I went back and rewatched the highest rated episode from these 9 Star Wars shows. I'm not talking the best arc, I'm not talking the best season, I'm talking best episode. By the end of this video, one show earns the title of having the best standalone episode. And yeah, I mean, some of these are going to surprise me. Series graph, we have every show's episodes rated. And what I did was I took the top rated episode from every season. And then once I watched the show, I ranked the episodes 1 through 9. Number 9, The Acolyte. I feel like this is going to come at a surprise to absolutely a total viewership of freaking nobody. So the highest rated episode in The Acolyte is a 6.5, and that is episode 5. Did I go back and watch this episode? Not really. Okay. All right. Yeah, I know I said I rewatched every episode. I skimmed over this one. Okay. I watched 3 minutes of it. I skipped to the middle, watched 3 minutes, and wanted to gouge my eyes out. Okay. I said this show is genuinely worse than I remember. Terrible pacing. Some of the shots look like my audio-visual class took them. Let's move on. Okay. Now, if you look at the entire list, you will see that Skeleton Crew, Book of Boba Fett is on here. There are so many just mid-tier shows, and so number 8 might shock you here. Number 8, Obi-Wan. Okay, y'all relax. The best rating for Obi-Wan was season 1, the last episode, episode 6. So if you'll remember, in this episode, this is the whole episode with that sick scene. You know, it's a really cool scene. It's Anakin and Obi-Wan, and they're fighting in like these little tiny mountain shaped thingies, and it's really cool. Like, you know, and he does the thing where he's like, Anakin is gone. You know, probably the greatest thing to come out of that Obi-Wan show, and it's honestly amazing. But for the rest of that show, oh my gosh, here's what I wrote for this one. This show pisses me off beyond what y'all know. In fact, I almost can't enjoy the amazing scene with Obi-Wan because we keep cutting back to the worst actor in the history of Star Wars, aka Reva. You know what? I won't even say it's her acting, bro. I want to say it's the freaking script that they wrote her. Don't even get me started on Reva. It's like they're shoving Reva down our throats when I just wanted to see a good show about Obi-Wan. Let's move on. Skeleton Crew at number 7. Some of you might be like, what is that? What is Skeleton Crew? Let me recommend that show, y'all. If you want something, you know, that if you're uptight about all the lore and stuff like I am, I think Skeleton Crew is the way to go. If you look at Skeleton Crew, the entire show has an episode of basically like 7 to 8. And the best episode happens to be episode 5, which is a lot of development. But it still has like a decently interesting storyline. Okay, now here's why I put it above the Kenobi show. I honestly enjoyed Skeleton Crew overall more than just loving one scene of Obi-Wan and hating the rest of the entire thing. Sue me. Number 6, Book of Boba Fett. This episode is a part of season 1, episode 6. Now what happens in this episode is the episode before a big fight. I'd say it has some cool moments like seeing Cad Bane and seeing Luke and the early days of his training academy. That's where it starts out. We're just seeing Grogu. This is part of the Mandalorian 2.5, and it's just mid. It's a very peaceful episode. It's chill, you know, nothing really bad happens other than just like a look at these ragtag biker gang. If I have to look at them one more time, I might just there's a bomb that explodes at the end. Not much to say. Decent plot, decent cameos, and Grogu's decision to leave the Jedi Order is the only thing that tugs at the heartstrings in this episode. Other than that, man, nothing really happens. Moving on. Okay, low-key, this is where, in my opinion, this is where the episodes get really good. Number 5, Ahsoka. Now, personally, don't like this show, but this one episode, dude. Episode 5 ranked a 9.0 on series graph. Let's talk about the bad first, and then we'll end on the good. The child actor is genuinely awful. Just not old enough to portray the emotions that they wanted him to portray correctly. It's just, he pisses me off. Every time he gets on the screen, I just want to rock him. Just boom, boom, boom. I don't even remember him in the Rebels. I had to look it up, and yeah, apparently they had a kid. All right, so this is basically like a plot development one for Ahsoka. Very, very cool. I like to see Ahsoka molding into this person, and she's understanding who she needs to be. And then towards the end of the episode, Jason, the kid, just starts to piss you off again. Okay, heck out the spot, kid. But for the most part, it gets kind of boring after like the main middle scene with Anakin. So that's why it's at my 5 spot. It's, you know, it's all right. It's a solid character development. Number 4, Rebels. Best episode is season 2, episode 22. So this episode, basically, we see Maul, Ahsoka, Ezra, and Kanan. Maul was in the hopes of gaining a battle station with this holocron that Ezra had, and he was also trying to like groom him. Well, okay, well, he was trying to make him his apprentice at the same time. He tricks Ezra and others into doing his bidding, and then he betrays everybody, and then Vader arrives because of the opportunity. And he also pulls up because there's 3 Jedi in the premise of an area with Maul as well. This actually helps everyone's character arc involved. everybody gets up. Kanan becomes blind. Maul is not a good guy at all. And then Ahsoka, like, kind of healing herself, or maybe she has these monsters in her closet. How she maybe had a factor in this thing with Anakin's fall, and she realizes that it's Anakin. She says she won't leave him this time, and maybe she thinks her leaving the Order kind of led to Anakin maybe falling a little bit, or maybe having a factor in it. And now she's got the, you know, the emotion is there. There's a whole battle scene between Vader and Ahsoka, and the temple blows up, and you just sit there and it's just art. And now you're thinking, there's 3 episodes better than that? Yes, good sir, good ma'am, whoever may be watching. Number 3, The Mandalorian. You know, this one's up, honestly, for debate. Mandalorian's highest rated episode is a 9.8 as well. Episode 8, the last episode of season 2. And in this episode, it's that hallway scene. You know the one I'm talking about. The start was a bit slow and awkward, like many episodes on this list, but it turned around very quickly. No, what makes this episode so good is the emotion and the tension built up the entire episode. The Dark Trooper's coming back. Luke saves the day, but this is not where the episode really gets all great and all grand. Where this episode really gets good is when Grogu touches Mando's head, and Mando looks down, lifts up the mask with a tear in his eye, tear running down his face, puts the helmet on the ground in front of 6 other life forms. Count them, 6. And Grogu walks out that room into Luke's arms. Now that I'm thinking about it, let's do a little swapperoo. Rebels was better than that. But now that I'm back here looking at the evidence, put Rebels at my 3, Mando at my 4. At my number 2 spot is Andor. Dude, this episode's so good. This episode that we look at here, in my opinion, is a 9.9. This is a 9.9 episode that we're looking at here. But Series Graph gave it a 9.7. You get the understanding that the Empire's trap has finally worked, and the trap's been set. Srill's character arc coming to an end. Shrill gets shot without even get to say his name. You see Dedra just like in shambles because of how far she wanted to go in this, and how she got blinded by the Empire. Just seeing the Imperials shoot their own guys and orchestrate this whole thing just to get this planet. And you see there's no good in this Imperial army. This episode alone builds into Rogue One to just really understand rebellions. And I feel like for Star Wars, that is what Star Wars is all about. In all of Star Wars, standalone episode, what is the best one? Clone Wars. Season 7. Look at the blue. Look at the blue at the end. 9.7, 9.8, 9.8, 9.9 to end the season. Here's why this episode's the best. Are you all ready? This episode is a lot different than the others. It's only 25 minutes. But instead of being hit or miss for that time, and there's like filler stuff, you know, it's consistently amazing. There's constant emotion going on. When you feel like when Rex takes off his mask, you see the tear come down his face. We've never seen Rex cry. It's like a 25-minute scene. Ends with Darth Vader coming in, picking up that lightsaber of Ahsoka's that she dropped down in the snow to say, I'm done with this. I'm done with this Jedi thing, and really launch her into her character arc. By the way, if you could drop your most underrated episode from every show, and I'll be reviewing them for another video. Just yapped about Star Wars for 32 minutes. I didn't mean to.